Hi, I'm Tammy Weiss, and today I'm going to share a story with you that my friend Joy shared with me from her Korean culture. The period of time that it was written is unknown, and so is the author, and there are very many variations of the story. Today I present to you Shim Cheong, the Good Daughter. A long time ago in a beautiful village there lived a young lady named Shim Cheong. Unfortunately, her mother had died when she was very young, and she was left with her blind father to take care of her. As she grew, she worked hard to perform tasks to provide for them since her father could not see. She never complained, and she wasn't thinking about getting married like most young women her age. She just wished that her father could see. Well, one day she was off doing some hard work somewhere, and her father was out walking on the bridge over a stream near her house. Whoa! And he fell in. Help me! Someone help me! A Buddhist monk was walking by, and he helped pull him out of the water, and he noticed he was blind, and he said, "If you would like to receive your sight, bring 300 bags of rice to Buddha." Her father was so excited and ran home to tell Shim Cheong when she came back. And Shim Cheong, she couldn't believe there might be a solution. I have to find those 300 bags of rice. But that's so much rice. How will I do it? But I have to find a way. Well, one day when she was in the village, she overheard some sailors talking about how they needed a young maiden to sacrifice her life into the sea to stop the crazy waves and to calm the sea. And in return, they would give her 300 bags of rice. That's it. I'll do it. I will sacrifice myself to the water for the 300 bags of rice. But I also need extra rice and more money for when I'm gone so my father can be taken care of. Well, the details will all arrange, and a few days later, Shim Cheong said her goodbyes. My dear daughter, my sight is worth nothing if I can't see you. Father, I want you to be able to just open your eyes and see the world. So she boarded the boat and jumped into the sea, and the sailor sent the 300 bags to the Buddhist monastery. Unfortunately, her father did not regain his sight. Meanwhile, everyone thought that Shim Cheong had died, but actually she had sunk to the bottom of the sea and woke up in the sea god's palace, who's also known as the Dragon King. Well, she told him her story, and he was touched, and he decided he would send her back. So he put her in this beautiful lotus flower and launched her up to the surface. And when the flower landed on the shore, none other was walking by than a king. And he saw that beautiful flower opening and saw the beautiful girl inside. What's your name? I'm Shim Cheong. Well, it was love at first sight. So they got married and they moved into the palace. And Shim Cheong was happy in the palace, but she missed her father terribly and she worried about what happened to him. She told her husband, and he decided he would send for all the blind people in the country to come to the palace, and that way they could find her father. The day came, and Shim Cheong saw him from a long way off. Father, it's me! I'm alive! Shim Cheong, is it really you? I have missed you so much. Heaven was touched, and in that moment her father's eyes were open, and he could see his daughter at last. And they lived happily ever after. So this tale teaches us about a Korean sense of poetic justice. If the character does good in some way, the higher being shows favor to that character, and if there's any negative forces coming against him, they punish whatever the bad guy is, basically, and there's a favorable outcome for the main character. Thanks so much for listening.